Now, Brad, you hate the Browns. Make your case, your simplistic first-level case.
Well, it's not that I hate the Browns. I don't trust the Browns. Expectations placed upon the Browns franchise that hasn't won a division title since 1989, and now I'm supposed to trust an inexperienced head coach that's never really had a full season as even a coordinator before. I'm supposed to trust a second-year quarterback with a bunch of combustible personalities, one of the biggest in the entire National Football League, in Odell Beckham. No, I'm not buying the Browns. I lived in that city for 7 years. If something goes awry early on, and the Browns' schedule is much tougher early on than it is in the back half, anything that goes wrong in that city, and it's like Chicken Little, sky is falling. I expect stuff to go wrong early, and I think it's going to, obviously derail their season late.
Now, I'll be honest, good case there. And I would agree with the following. I think the Browns are going to be a momentum team. If they start hot, this team could go 13-3.
I can agree with that.
And I think they could go 7-9.
Yep.
But I got to tell you something. In a league where teams go from, they're so close to, man, they got the best roster in football, that tends to happen quickly in the NFL. Look at Seattle. Right? Seattle had the year, what were they, 7-8-1 or something, and then Beast Mode won a playoff game. I'm remembering, what were they, an 8-point dog on the road? Was it against the Saints?
Saints at home.
Yeah.
At home against the Saints.
Exactly. Was that line right, Fast?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Now, I couldn't remember where it was, but I remembered the line. There we go. That's exactly right. And then what happened? They're like, oh, my gosh, this is the best team in football the next year. That jump happens pretty quickly. The Browns have been drafting at the top of the draft with multiple picks, a crazy amount.
Well, 20 years.
Yeah, true enough. But if you just look at their young core, I mean, who has the best young core?
Oh, it's the Browns.
So now the question becomes Baker Mayfield. Now, right here on Fox Sports Radio, Colin Cowherd, Jonas's nemesis, a lot of personal animosity. It's almost like that Brady situation again. A lot of but Colin takes every dollar. We know that. It's that animosity, though, that's driving, in a way, Colin against Baker. Because what I noticed today in his take, which was, hey, if you're drinking beer, maybe that's fun before the school year. Now, we're going to make this like a fraternity analogy now. Before the school year, you want to be drinking with, the boys from Animal House and Belushi. But, hey, once there's final exam time, that's not where you want to be. And it dawned on me, Colin is a lot like Brad in the NFL, which is these very robotic, logical takes. But in some way, like, it's almost like Colin could skip watching sports for 5 years. Now, I know for a fact he watches sports a ton. He loves sports. But he could skip it for 5 years and still say, who's this new kid? What's his? Oh, okay, yeah, he's that guy that did that thing at Ohio State. Oh, yeah. He's got a ego problem, so I'm going to fade him. Some of the narratives are a little simple because on one hand, having fun and obviously being in on the joke, and in this day and age, creating a viral moment is something literally that companies spend tens of millions of dollars to try to do. The fact that he was able to do that, I think, shows you the sign of how in tune Baker Mayfield is to today's generation. And who's he leading? A bunch of young players that would love to create viral moments themselves. I think, if anything, if all you knew in the last week was that viral moment, to me, that makes me like Baker more optimistic about him.